Ready whenever.
Alright, yeah, let's just get into it. I'll count down. In 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, Super Metroid low percent.
Oh yeah.
If you watched Dog Pound Classic just now, this is going to be way less intense. I cannot bring that kind of energy like Metadog and PGA can only produce. But we're going to have some fun here.
Absolutely.
So, Super Metroid low percent. By the way, I'm Sloaters. My man Hockey is behind me over here. Don't know if you can see him. But,
Barely.
I'm kind of outside. That's okay.
yeah. Super Metroid low percent. In Super
If
Metroid...
you want to try to get on this side of him, you'd be shot.
Yeah.
In what we consider no major glitches, Super Metroid speedrunning, low percent is 14% item collection. There's a few ways to do it, but the way I'm going to do it is this kind of which we like to call low percent bonus. We're going to pick up various suit, gravity suit, charging, the ice beam, warp ball and bombs, obviously, and then any health and ammo, which ends up being 14 items too.
So that would be 14%.
14%.
If you use major glitches, you can make it say 0% at the end of the game, even though it's like not really 0.
A little more. Should be good there. Yep.
45-15. Nice Sloaters.
Yeah, that's not bad at all.
Well, I'm going to step in there and say we have a $15 donation from Swap Space saying, I act like I don't, but I still love my stepdad, PGA.
Oh,
Well,
man.
I think everybody in the audience is wondering, why not 46? What?
Game's got to come up a tad now.
Game's got to come up a little
Oh,
bit.
man. Swap, you're a great sport, man. That was a heck of a race.
It was. We just turned it up a little bit. And hopefully that'll be enough. Did you see Swamp's donation? No. He said, I act like I don't, but I do love my cat. So.
Yeah, that was me. I put that $50
Oh, you donated that?
as swap.
Oh, that's Swap.
Dude, that was your PGA?
Yeah.
Oh my
That
god.
wasn't him. I just
That
put it as
wasn't the
swap
real
space.
Swap Space. Oh man. Too much.
Alright.
No moonfall, right, Slurs? That would be cheating.
No moonfall. There's a little trick you can do called moonfall, where you moonwalk off the top of that room and then you fall really fast because for some reason the game does not cap your falling speed if you fall with moonwalking. But I don't use it. I'm pretty bad with doing the boss fights with it, and we're going to have some really long boss fights in this, so it'd be an awful idea for me. If you watched the last race and you saw the route most of us took, going Phantoon first and then down to Ridley, Kraid, and Dragon, I'm going to mostly do that route. I'm actually going to do Kraid before Ridley, but essentially this is a lot like any percent. You just can't pick up a lot of the movement items and beams that otherwise make it a lot faster. So we got the Morph Ball and our first missile pack. This missile pack's going to awaken the planet. So now I'm going to go back through the rooms I was just in, and we'll see some space pirates greeting me on the way back up.
Hey, good elevator.
Good elevator.
I struggle with the elevator. You always walk right past it, or for some reason you duck.
For sure, your morph, yeah.
So yeah, as you can see, there's some pirates in here. I need to kill all of them to open this door, which is pretty easy, one shot with my little pea shooter. And there's even more of them here in the climb. I'll just wall jump up the side here, shoot them as they get in my way.
I know you've already mentioned this, but will you be getting any of the beams?
The only beams you're going to get is Charge Beam and Ice Beam. We need Charge Beam because it's going to allow us to do damage to most of the bosses, so we don't have to get a ton of ammunition for the run. And Ice Beam we're going to need to gain access to Batuan and Dragon's area using a little trick called the Metroid clip.
as well as Mother Brain, if I'm correct.
Yeah, we're gonna use that as well to do the Zepatite skip
Right on.
to get to Mother Brain. One of the other popular categories with low percent speed, it's basically the same thing. Speed lets you get to Batoon and Dragon, and you can also do a Zep skip with it. So I'm gonna use some ammo and beam shots here. I kind of messed up that fight. It's a little slow, but still got through pretty quick. That's one of the few bosses you can actually damage without the charge beam. Most of the other ones you absolutely need charge if you want to do 1%.
Plenty fast to me, Sloats. That was a great BT. And then that Alcatraz, I think it's a scam, but for a top level runner like Sloaters, you know, he doesn't get scammed. Just executes flawlessly up through Parlor into
And
Terminator.
he got Terminator.
Yep, this is the Terminator E-Tank. It's going to be one of 3 E-Tanks I'm allowed to get. You need at least 301 energy in order to survive Mother Brain's final Rainbow Beam attack. So we need at least 3 E-Tanks in order to be above that threshold. But no more than that, so not too many other ones we're going to grab. As far as ammo too, we're going to be limited to 10 missiles and 10 super missiles. I'm going to pick up my first super missile pack here by doing a little sequence break. The mock ball trick where I keep my dash speed in the morph ball in order to get under these fallen gates, as you'll see in the next room. So normally you need speed booster to get through here, but by doing this trick, I can just roll under.
Very nice. And gets the D-boost. Making it look easy.
Yeah, so this super missile pack you're not supposed to be able to get without speed booster, and getting it now is going to allow us to skip the sports bond mini boss, which is a pretty significant time save. Now the one way this is a little different from any percent is since I'm only allowed to have 10 missiles, I need to skip this upcoming pack over by the charge beam. Reason being is there's another missile pack coming up soon that's going to be like pretty unavoidable for me to miss, so I'm just going to grab that one and use it as my second pack for the run. So that one right there I'm going to skip and grab my charge beam. Now moving through the Green Hill Zone. I'm going to try to avoid taking damage from these guys and pretty much most of the other enemies. You might have noticed I killed some pirates earlier. Reason being I'm going to Phantoon first, so I'm trying to conserve my energy as much as possible before I get up there, because it's a pretty scary fight with no suits and 1 energy tank. I'm using sort of another sequence break. I'm going to wall jump up Red Tower here rather than going down, and I'll be able to get my first power bomb pack a bit earlier than I'm supposed to get it.
That was an excellent Red Tower climb. Nice job, Sloats.
Thanks, man. So with this power bomb pack, I'm going to be able to go into wreck ship now. Problem being, I don't have speed booster, so I can't spark across. I don't have grapple, which is the intended way to get there. So I'm going to have to do one of 2 tricks. One being either the continuous wall jump or a diagonal bomb jump. The continuous wall jump is a frame-perfect jump into a 2-frame window wall jump off of the moat pillar. It's the fastest way to do it, but it's pretty risky because you'll fall in if you miss it. The diagonal bomb jump is sort of a little bit slower backup. It's usually a bit more consistent once you're well practiced with it. So you'll see right here, I'm going to line myself up with this door and run through while getting just the right amount of speed I want. Miss the jump. So this is that missile pack I was talking about that is pretty difficult to avoid, at least to avoid quickly. So I'm going to grab that one. And there's that diagonal bomb jump.
Nice job, Sloaters.
Thank you. I did the CWJ in the last race and the bomb jump there, so kind of glad I got to show off both of them.
Right on.
So, like I said, Phantoon, pretty tough fight under these conditions. I really gotta be careful to avoid taking excess damage. Everything does 40 damage, and as you can see, that's not very many hits with my current energy.
Now, a question. When you normally stream on your own channel, do you have a webcam?
No.
Because I see some people in chat are freaking out because they're seeing your face.
Yeah, I use a mic all the time, but I don't really like using webcams. I just like having the voice there. Give a little mystery to the man behind the mic, you know.
Oh man, the ghost with the most reset runs.
So this fight's pretty cool the way it works in these kind of routes. In order to get a lot of damage in on Phantoon, I'm actually going to let him run towards me, and I'll actually run towards him and fire my missiles at the same time. And what this does is effectively makes my firing rate a lot faster, which just so happens to sort of lock Phantoon in place and allows me to get in a ton more missiles than you should be able to under normal circumstances. Not too bad now. Optimally, you can get a 2-round if you do that right, but that kind of messed up the start of the second round, so we'll just set it for 3. And there we go.
Great fight.
I did a run of this for SNES Superstars on Speed Gaming like a week or 2 ago, and this fight went way better here today than it did during that run. That whole run in general was really shaky. It was good practice for this, I guess. And I'm also about to pick up my last Super Missile pack. This one's just right here inside this room. It's super fast to get. So yeah, that's all the ammo I'm going to get. I only get 1 Power Bomb pack. That's all you need to get through all the yellow doors and whatnot. So we're going to go on ammo. The next room I'm going to be coming up to, the attic. It's one of those rooms where you have to kill all the enemies in order to proceed. So you'll see when I jump in there, I'm going to do a mock ball right off the bat and lay this power bomb. That'll kill a lot of the enemies that are right here. I can shoot a missile on that guy as well. And then I'm just going to use my ballistics on the rest of the guys here. Just like that with the...
That was some quality crisp attic right there.
Now we're going to come up to a sort of other dangerous room without any suits, the bowling room. There's spikes all over the floor that will do 60 damage without any suits. So with my current health, I can only take 3 hits max. And if I do this right, I'm going to get some D-boost to make the room a little faster. That one's good. Oh, that's good. There we go.
Nice.
So now we get a little break. I've heard some runners do some interesting things at this stage of the game. I'm not going to do anything like that. I'll just wait it out.
Oh no. Be surprised what you can do in 30 seconds, right, Sloaters?
Yeah.
If you put your mind to it.
Some speedrunners, man, they're good at what they do.
It kind of bleeds into life, right? Speedrun every activity.
And the whole reason I come up to Wreck Ship is to get this gravity suit. Gravity suit's basically Various Suit, but way better. There's only one thing Various Suit does better than Gravity Suit, but essentially I'm going to get the max damage resistance from enemies, environment, all that junk. And I'll also have free movement inside water, as you just saw. I jumped into the little ocean there. So coming up here to grab gravity first, it's going to let me just sweep through everything on the bottom half of the planet without having to, you know, get items and then backtrack up here to get it and go back down. I'm looking pretty good on ammo. I don't have to worry about my supers too much. If I were to go to Ridley next, that would be kind of a concern, is how much supers I have right now. But for safety, in low percent especially, you can do this in any percent too. But going to Kraid before you go to Ridley can be really helpful, as there's an extra energy tank you can pick up in Kraid's lair, as well as getting the Various suit if you're going to be doing a gravity jump to get into Lower Norfair, which is my only option in low percent. So, unlike in 90%, I can't pick up the Spacer Beam, which is above me right now. So that would be less damage I have against the bosses. I'm going to open up the Meridia tube right now. It's a little faster to pre-open it like this, even if I'm not going up to Meridia at the moment. So we're going to do that, and do a little quick entrance. Nice.
Nice jump.
And we are in Kraid's lair. I'm going to do a little power bomb strat here since I don't really have great missiles right now. If I do this right, I can get a mock ball. But if you mock ball just as you're running through that, if you mock ball as soon as you go through that enemy, you cannot get like knockback, and you'll actually get the mock ball. But kind of a tough strat. Anyways, we're up to Kraid now. Kraid, there's a quick kill setup where as soon as he appears on the screen, I can shoot 2 missiles into him. One of them's going to hit him, like that, and then if I pump supers in at the right time...
Clinical. Textbook.
And we got the Varia suit. So like I said, gravity pretty much does everything Varia does, but better. The one thing that Varia is useful for, especially in low percent, is for Mother Brain's Rainbow Beam attack. I mentioned earlier how it does 300 damage. If you don't have the Varia suit, it's going to do 600 damage. The game actually doesn't check to see if you have Varia on, or check to see if you have gravity on for that, but it only checks for Varia. So without that, we'd have to pick up 3 extra E-tanks, and then it'd be an extra 2% on the run compared to just grabbing Varia. So for those reasons, we need it for this run. And it'll save me some health later on when I do a gravity jump. I'll talk about that when I get there. And like I said, grabbing this extra energy tank here is going to help out a lot with Lower Norfair. Kill these guys. Make a couple more drops. One more item we're going to pick up before we go down to Lower Norfair is the Ice Beam. It's the only other beam I'm going to get. It'll slightly increase the amount of damage I do, and it'll help me do a couple skips later on. It'll also speed up the Metroid rooms substantially. So, pretty good beam. I did a trick just now, the mock ball again, similar to getting those early super missiles. Using that instead of the speed booster to get under those gates. And I'll hopefully do the same thing on the way back. Otherwise it's kind of a slow path around the other way. I'll actually try to freeze these guys with my Ice Beam. Get that one. So yeah, again, doing a mock ball. If I have enough speed, I'll go under that one.
Very nice.
I'm actually short a super from where I want to be, so I'm going to try to kind of farm these guys. Hopefully give me one. With no high jump, you can't make it up there with one jump, so you have to do a bomb jump. So that gives me one. The reason I want supers is because I'm going to be coming up to the Ninja Pirate room, and supers are the fastest way to kill them. And if I get unlucky and don't get drops from them, that's going to be a really long room taking care of beam shots. So unfortunately, it's going to be a gamble if that room's quick or not. Oh, nice! I got a super.
Nice drop.
That's a really rare drop too. It's like 2 or 4% or something, so that's great.
It's mostly power bombs, right, with those guys?
Yeah. I'll do this again. Oh, okay. 3rd time's the charm. 4th time? Okay. I wanted to show that off. If you do that D-boost off that guy, you can fly through this pit. I didn't really talk about gravity jump, but a trick you can do is if you initiate a jump into liquids, like water or just lava, and as soon as you initiate the jump, go into the pause menu and turn off your gravity suit. You have the initial speed from your jump, but once you resume the game and you don't have the gravity suit, the game slows you down with the suitless physics, and the net result is your jump is just enormous. And we use that trick to get up the lava pit like that, and we'll use it a little bit later too in Meridia where there's a lot of water. And had I not had Varia there, I would have taken way more damage from the lava, since without the gravity suit, it damages you. With Varia, it damages you a little bit. With no suits, it's like a crazy amount. This next room is a really cool strat that I probably should have explained before getting here, but I'll just let it happen. I messed it up, so start over. I'm trying to manipulate these enemies in a certain way and focus all my ammo on a specific one. So that guy right there, I'm going to try to freeze him in mid-air. Like that. Oh, I can't go through him. But that's a really cool strat. Other strats in that room are very slow, and they waste a lot of ammo using supers to kill those pirates. So that strat is incredibly useful in the low percent. And because I used an extra power bomb because I had to redo the room, I'm going to go into the fire flea room real quick and get one, which is not good. It's going to be pretty slow, but there's nothing else really that you get power bombs from reliably. Actually, I'll get to show off. I can actually bomb jump over.
Oh, no way.
I'll save a super.
Low percent, gotta conserve that ammo. That is too swaggy, though. Nice.
Yeah, if I didn't get that power bomb, I'd be in a pretty bad situation. There's a yellow door coming up, and also a set of don't do that. There's a set of blocks that can only be broken by power bombs. So, like I said, none of the other enemies down here really drop power bombs, so I'd have to do a long trek back if I didn't do that. And if I do this room right, I shouldn't get hit. A lot of these lower Norfair rooms, you can sort of, the way you move as soon as you enter a room, if you do very consistent movement every time, you can actually somewhat manipulate the enemies in the room. Some are much easier to control than others. So the way I went through that last room, it kind of kept that Deskiga from getting in my way at the start, so I could do that knockdown. And like I said, I didn't get very good super drops, so I just have to do charge shots on this guy now, which makes this room very long. You'll see that a lot in this run. There's a pretty significant RNG factor with getting supers off enemies in order to be prepared for boss fights and whatnot. He's finally down. So before I go into Ridley, I'm going to want to have max ammo to make the fight faster. So I'm going to have to farm quite a number of supers. And also fill my power bombs. I'm going to be doing a special beam attack. We call it the ice shield. So if you have charge beam equipped with any of the other beams, if you hold a charge shot while having your power bomb selected, you do what it calls a special beam attack.
I don't know if you know.
Yeah, there's one down. Don't chase it. What are you doing? I'm looking.
Well, while you're farming, I'm going to take this chance to give a shout out to our sponsor, Liger Gaming. They're based in Nashville. They're an esports organization that currently competes in the FGC, ROE, and R6 scenes. They also host LAN events in and around Nashville for plenty of titles, including Call of Duty, Fortnite, and fighting games. If you'd like, I highly suggest that you give them a follow on their social media on twitter.com and twitch.tv, both under the name Lager Gaming, L-A-G-R Gaming. I'll leave them to the Ridley fight.
This is it. Mano-y-mano with the Space Pelican.
He's probably really confused right now, like, hey, why are you down here? You're supposed to beat the other bosses.
Yo.
Yeah, if you saw, I started off a fight with that ice shield. Each particle of that shield does the same damage as my charge shot, so it's kind of like a really fast 4 shots on him. And I also use power bombs. You can use them sort of in the middle of the fight. It's kind of better to do that, but it's easier to do them at the start like that and get double hits on them to maximize their damage. So from here, it's going to be a pretty long fight. This beam combo I have does not do very much damage. It's 200 shots. That's the equivalent with beam shots, but of course I'm going to be using some of this ammo. I'm going to wait until closer to the end to use my ammo. Reason being that Ridley's attacks speed up the further you get in the fight, so by using my high DPS ammo at the end, I'll sort of skip that phase where he's moving really fast, so it's a lot easier to get hit. But right now at the start of the fight, this is the only attack he can do until you get him down to a certain amount of health, which I just hit. Now he's going to start doing the sweep attacks. The pogo attacks, this one, are really easy to punish. All you have to do is sit in the left corner like this and it can't hit you. And you can manipulate them to turn around if he starts going the other way, by jumping up and breaking out a spin. It's slow having to roll under him like that. To make him turn around on those pogos, but it's definitely a lot safer than doing swoops where you have to do kind of a tight jump over him or wall jump up and above him. He's being really nice right now and giving me pogos, so this fight's very scary at the moment. Once I see the color change happen, he'll turn kind of a red color. I'll know. Oh, there it is right there. He's now halfway dead, and I'm going to count approximately 23 shots on him. And once I get to that number, I'll know to dump my ammo and he'll be dead. I kind of lost track already.
11.
This is where it all goes wrong.
The Sloaters. withering fire with those missiles. Still got 10 supers with Ridley's name on it. Eyeball to eyeball.
I need like 7 shots to. Did I miss it? Oh, I guess I didn't miss
Nice
it.
fight. Really nice.
I didn't see the flash, so I thought I missed it, but it must have hit him because I definitely didn't do like 7 shots there. So this Ridley tank I'm picking up, this isn't the best one to grab. You'll see why later because of where the Botchwing tank is. It's faster to grab that one. But grabbing this will make the escape way less scary. As long as I don't, make a lot of mistakes, I'll get out of here okay. In general, the lower north air escapes in like any category can be pretty perilous. As all the enemies do 50 damage with Gravity Suit. I kind of mentioned this earlier, how the way you move when you enter a lot of these rooms, you can manipulate the enemies if you do the same movement every single time. I'm going to be doing the same thing with these upcoming Key Hunter rooms. So you'll see like the way I'm moving through the morph tunnel coming up, and just generally where I'm jumping and controlling my jump height. It's all for manipulation purposes. So right here I'm going to sort of roll in a weird way, and hopefully that will make these guys do okay. So that one didn't work. Normally you can avoid that one. Yeah, so if I had not gotten that Ridley tank, I probably would have been dead already. So,
DPX2019 HP period.
Fortunately with this health vest, stop getting hit, I can at least take 3 more hits, so I'll probably be okay. If not, whatever. That's not good. Fortunately, I brought some backup saves. We won't lose too much time on that. Just gotta remember where I put them. I think it's that one.
That was 3 Key Hunters, man. Just punishing.
Yeah, that looks right. That looks right. Is it right? No, it's the other one.
Yeah, because you had.
Oh, was that Ridley? Yeah.
Yeah, because I have a Ridley exit, a Dragon, and a Mother Brain. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I tried to mock ball through that little tunnel, but I fudged the input, so it didn't work out in my favor.
They're just merciless.
Yeah. I have about the same amount of health, so
Yeah.
again, as long as I
Don't repeat what you did last time.
yeah, as long as I don't get hit by all 3 of them, I'll be okay.
It's just a testament to this category. It's just such a punishing category, even for a runner as esteemed as Sloaters. It's just with only 3 tanks and such limited ammo, it's just so difficult.
Yeah, see, that's the strat I was trying to do. I missed those first 2 by rolling under them. That third one is very hard to manipulate, both in this and like any percent, so it's kind of a coin flip if you're going to hit that one or not. But the other 2 you can usually avoid if you do things correctly. Now, before I go to Meridia, I'm going to want as many supers as possible in order to do Botchwing quickly. This is where doing Ridley before Kraid would really pay off because Kraid's lair is a really good source of super missiles. Mini Kraid drops a lot of them. So the next best place for me is going to be that farm station by the speed booster. Speaking of speed booster, since I don't have it, I can't take that little shortcut, and I'll just have to...
Apparently there is a trick to get through there.
Yeah, there's it's kind of a new trick. If you have Wave Beam, and then also either Spacer or Plasma, you can, like, shoot some blocks out of bounds that, like... I don't know the proper explanation, but it lets you run through the speed blocks because they, like, don't load or something. It's kind of crazy.
But you can't do it with just ice.
Yeah, you need Wave and then either Plasma or Spacer. Respawn. Yeah. I've never waited around long enough to see if that block respawns, so learned something new today.
Yep. Good elevator.
Good elevator. So I already broke the tube earlier, don't have to worry about that. Power bomb management here is not critical, but I'm actually going to be using more of those ice shields against Dracon, so they'll come in handy once we get there. Oh, actually jumped. Oh, good. The Meridian bosses, they suck. They're just hard in this category. Doing a one-round botchwoon is pretty tough with just ammo, and you won't have 10 supers because you need one to open a green door, so you have to use missiles as well. And there's like one pattern in particular where it's like literally impossible unless you know that it's coming. And Dragon's sort of a similar deal where you have to use just ammo pretty much, and it's a pretty long fight. You can lose a lot of time on it very easily. Let's see how that
Very nice.
So I did a gravity jump there again. It's a lot faster than bomb jumping up there. It works in water the same way it works with lava. And this is where ice is going to be really helpful getting through to this next area. So there's some speed blocks you are normally supposed to break here to proceed, but you can use this guy here to actually clip through these crumble blocks and get in without speed booster. So here's botwoon now. I'm going to try to open... I can't hear the music, so...
Yeah, no audio cue.
I think I missed a super... So that wasn't too bad. That could have been a lot worse. If you miss like a couple supers on that fight, it can be really long because it's tough to hit charge shots or missiles when he's moving really fast. Similar to Ridley, he speeds up the further you in, or you are in the fight. And that's the botwoon tank right there. And as you can see, I had to sort of go around in the sand to avoid getting it, so that's why that's a better E-tank to grab, but obviously much safer to get the Ridley one for the lower up there. I'm doing another little farm here. Having like great luck with the supers today.
10 and 10.
There's no way to get audio on that TV in like an earphone or something.
In that one?
Yeah.
I don't think so. But there's a workaround you can make work.
I don't think it's the end of the world. It's just more of a curiosity thing.
Well, I mean, do you need it right now? If you do, I mean, we can make it work.
I mean, it's up to Sloaters in the end.
I mean, it's not a big deal. I don't really need audio for anything.
I mean, the microphone shouldn't catch too much if we turn it on a little bit either, so that's how we started anyways. So, we should be good with... Hopefully it doesn't mess you up. Like there? That should help.
Soften up Dragon out with those ice shields. That's so cool.
Hey, if I could run 50% as good as Sloaters, I wouldn't suck at this game.
Another cool thing we can do with this fight, in addition to using ammo, is we can actually use pseudo screws to damage Dragon. If you hold a charge shot and spin jump into something, you can actually do damage to enemies. It's 200 damage regardless of your beam combo, which is a little more than 2 times the damage of my charge shots. So it's, you know, pretty significant. I do take damage if I don't kill the enemy with it, so you'll see I'm taking 40 damage every time I do that to Dragon, so I kind of be, you know, careful I'm not killing myself doing that. So usually when, you know, you get under a tank, you gotta be a little careful. Might be able to finish her off.
Whoo!
Just enough.
Wow! Down goes Dragon. Woo!
Now we'll grab the drops. Nice, got a lot of supers. That's mainly what we're looking for. Do another grab jump. Yeah, those are really good Dragon drops, actually. The reason I care about my supers is because we're going to be heading to Torian next, and in order to get through the end of the game, we need to have our full ammo count, 10 to 10. And the Metroids can be a little stingy sometimes with the drops, so having as much as possible before getting in there increases our chances of not having to refill and whatnot. So we're going to go back the way we came, well, sort of the way we came. We're going to fall down the sand pit next to the box room tank here. Like a little secret tunnel here.
Nice.
And coming up is a really stressful part of the run when you're on a good pace. There's one more gravity jump you need to do, and I don't remember what the window is on it, but you pretty much have to jump like right before the pause menu comes up, or else you won't get enough height off the gravity jump. So hopefully I get it quickly. That was not good. That probably won't work. That should work.
Little hitbox manipulation. Make that jump.
Yeah, so by getting the jump off at like the early, or pausing the game at like pretty much immediately when you jump gives you the greatest velocity, and you really need like the most speed there to make that jump. Health's looking good. So we're in pretty good shape heading to Torian. You do have the option to refill at the ship, but it's kind of slow, so we're not going to do that. That's not something I do in my runs, but you know, it's there for safety if you really want.
Now this will be the last chance for you to be able to donate to either save or kill the animals. Save the Animals is currently winning, last I checked.
Nice.
But, yep. So Save the Animals is still winning by $35.01.
Too close.
If you're looking to get him to kill the animals, you'll need to do a donation of $35.02 or more.
I hope they save the animals from hockey.
Wow! Right under the bus, Sloaters. Thought PGA and Meta finally cleared my name. And now just slander. Slander.
No, we were just being quiet because we called Sarah McLaughlin.
Oh my
Right, we
God.
Scare you off.
Dang. Just got you baited. Unbelievable.
Well, I'm going to take this chance at Gold 4 to mention that we do have a merch store that's open for the event. You can get your DPX merch there at shop.dogpoundexpo.com. I repeat, shop.dogpoundexpo.com. There is a limited time offer for the duration of the expo where
Wow, PGA.
where you can save $2 and the code is DPX2K19.
Unbelievable.
Good job.
Unbelievable.
So if you're looking to get your merch, you can save $2 with DPX2K19.
Nice. Checking out some of that merch. That stuff's really cool. Gotta get another beanie. What about you, Sloaters? You a beanie, knit hat kind of guy?
Not a beanie. I'm not really a hat guy in general.
I got you.
Yeah, there's 2 hats, a shirt, there's some phone cases as well as a mug.
You know, I went down to critical health there. No big deal. I'm not scared. Saints. My ammo's not looking great. I used up a whole lot of supers. I'd have to farm the last room a couple times.
6.
Yeah, just to be safe, I'm gonna do this room at least twice. So the Metroids... Oh god, I'm doing it again.
Yeah.
The Metroids will stop spawning if you kill all of them and then exit the room. But if you only kill some of them and then leave and come back, they'll all still be intact. So...
So stingy. Wow.
I'm gonna do it one more time just because
Metroid.
that'd be really unfortunate if that happened.
Not for real. Got 2 supers off 2 farms.
There we go.
Now we're talking. Perfect.
So without high jump and speed, doing the baby skip, well, I think it's possible. It's really slow and doesn't, well, it's not slow. It saves very little time, I should say, if you can do it. So what I'm going to do actually is just damage myself down so that pretty much as soon as the baby Metroid grabs me, it'll let me go. So, didn't quite get that 1-0, but there we go. It's detached.
Facing right. It's the correct way to do it.
That's right. Sorry, Seffi, if you're watching. I know. I know he'll be mad.
Yeah, what does he say? Never look back?
Yeah. I'm just reflecting on the run.
Yep. The journey that you've come since you first landed on Zebus.
The journey that you've come since you first made it to this frickin' house. Not sure which is the more trying ordeal.
Oh man.
So to actually have enough ammo for Mother Brain 1, I need to open up that red door in the Ghidorah with my missiles and then refill back here. That'll give me a total of 1 missile leeway on Mother Brain 1, so pretty much every shot's gonna count. Conveniently, there's a little missile refill station, also an energy refill.
Nice of Mother Brain to put those in when she renovated the place.
Right? And now I'm going to do the Zeb skip. Normally you're supposed to use ammo to get through these Zebba-type enemies. But by freezing one of these Rinkas right below the Zeb, I can actually jump into it and sort of clip onto it. And it pulls you into the Zebba-type when you jump on the frozen Rinka. And with iframes, you're able to just jump right through it. Fortunately, it took a little more damage than I would have liked, but that's alright.
super clean mother brain one. No.
So this will be the last chance for you to donate to either save or kill the animals. Save is still in the lead.
I'm gonna open this fight with some ice shields. I need to count how many shots. Oh, I did it the wrong time. Let's see. I need to do 200 shots, and I need to keep count so I know when the catch-up beam is going to be coming. So I'm going to shut up and keep focus here.
Thank you.
That's a reset. Like I said, you got to be at 301 or higher, else you will not survive the rainbow beam attack.
Meta, do you mind if I change your exclamation mark donate to the charity, same as charity, for the duration of... Because it's literally the last one that has your...
Yeah, that's fine.
So I'm just going to copy and paste your charity thing into this.
Alright, we have a new poll.
Yeah. Okay, just give me a minute here. Okay, there we go.
should be getting catch up very soon here. There it is. Little haircut.
Just a little off the top.
If I want to be cute, I can try to squeeze in some ice shields on that though. Let's see. Depends what kind of attack she gives me if I want to go for that.
Oof. Got it.
I don't keep count at this point, so basically when I see her head cock forward slowly, I'll know the fight's over like that.
Woo! Sloaters, man. You're a monster.
So, just to let you know, actually, we can activate it temporarily. Just kind of hoping it'll still show. So we are killing the animals.
Woo! Yes!
With a last-minute donation from the hockey something. With a $50 donation saying, fuck? I don't know, it's censored.
My man.
Guys. Somehow some gets lost in translation. The word kill just becomes fuck. I don't know. GG says that was great.
Yeah, good stuff, Sloaters.
Thanks, guys.
But it's not over yet.
Not quite, but most of it.
Okay, so you set that a poll?
Rocky, people are gonna see through that.
So I added a poll.
Oh, you added a
TGA man just heckling me.
Oh my god.
Just pops out of nowhere.
Yeah.
poll. Okay.
Aggie, people are gonna see right through you.
Yeah, I added a poll.
We know what you
so
are.
wanna advertise that.
Yeah.
What poll?
So-
character selection for the Mario Maker relay.
Yeah, so a new poll has been added, like Meta's been saying. For the Mario Maker 2 Relay Race, the top two choices, or the top two, for
You
the
got any shit crazy you can do
I
with
can't English.
Goldeneye
The
or
top two
something
characters
else
with
we
the
can
most
add?
donations
We could add mine
will be used during the relay race. So the choices are Toadette, Mario, Luigi, and Toad, all currently at $0.
Luigi!
But the top two will be used during the Mario Maker relay race. Now there's also the other polls. There's Wave Race 64 music on or off. Music on is currently winning with $35.31 compared to off. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, there will be a character choice between Shy Guy and Waluigi. Shy Guy's currently winning by $3.33.
What do you want to say?
Another for Wave Race 64. You get to choose Dave's color, which is brown or green. Green is currently winning by $10 in the relay race.
Right on.
We are like really
So Sloaters, without speed boost, you gotta go the long way through the escape.
That's right, the old intended way.
Intended.
The Nintended way.
Nintended.
You know, like Nintendo intended for those that didn't get that.
Totally. Looks like Benergetic donated 69 PogChamp, says, tell Sloaters there's more where that came from if he gets a webcam. Ooh. Don't threaten Sloaters with a good time, Ben.
Oh my.
Since I don't have speed booster, I can't spark up here. We're gonna do the legendary left side climb.
Woo! Look at this man go. Just breaking conventions. Very clean climb, Sloaters.
One last vertical ascent through the parlor.
The non-canon ending. Big Fusion fans out there.
Well, is it? Are we?
And
Are the
done.
rest of the rounds
Time.
guaranteed?
Very nice.
So
Sloaters,
1
GG.
hour and like 57 seconds.
Not bad with 2 deaths.
GG.
I'll take it.
Nice job. It's like a thunderclap. Boom. That's awesome.
Alrighty, so is there anything else you'd like to add, or?
Yeah, I just wanted to say thanks to Meta for putting this thing on.
Thank you for being here.
Yeah, way to
man,
go,
it's an
Meta.
awesome event.
Thank
I've
you.
enjoyed being here and the little bits I watched yesterday. Thanks to everyone who's been helping out with all the hosting and all the behind the scenes stuff.
Stay off us.
Right on.
Yeah, that's
65.
Super Metroid low percent. Hope you enjoyed it.
Alrighty, so we'll be right back.